What's up, guys? What's going on? Just finally, I believe Charter has finally got our problem fixed. We're about to see. I tested it privately, nobody could see it for 2 hours. Just let it run. Didn't do anything, didn't talk about anything, just let it run. And I had no kind of issues whatsoever. But we're going to, let's see. Let me type this in. That way people don't think I'm like going live or anything like that. There we go. So, um, hopefully everybody's having a good afternoon. I'll bring up the comments. Well, hopefully, I hope I went live in public. That's the kicker. If I ain't go public, then nobody's gonna see this. Out, only me. There we go. So hopefully everybody will be able to see this now. Hey there. Hey, what's up, Josh? What's up, my man? Let me bring up the comments here. Might even before he takes off. Hey, Kelly, Josh, Jacob, John, Adam, Kathy. We might even take a little peek at Trump. He's in Charleston. I seen Lindsey Graham up there. Seen Henry McMasters, Ralph. He was up there. Um, they got a big crowd out there, man. I wanted to go, but I seen it like, what was it, about 8 o'clock this morning? Man, that line was already, they said, over 100 foot long. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, my goodness. Tired and hungry. Hey, I hear that. I just ate, so I'm tired. No longer hungry, but I was with you. I was with you in spirit earlier, that's for sure. Oh man, let me take that off of there. There we go. Guys, just let me know how the stream looks. This is the biggest thing. Make sure there's no lag. I don't see any lag for the first time ever. For the first time ever, no lag since I didn't say pubic. I can say pubic. You want me to say pubic? I said pubic. Um, what's up, Adam? Oh, Josh is always doing his thing. I love him, man. He's a trip. Um, yeah, I'll mention this. Somebody sent me a message. A console reunion is being planned at Veterans Lodge at Foster Park on Saturday, April the 18th, from 7 and until. Tickets are $15 a person. Contact Trisha Byers at 762-6210. And she'll get you some more information on that. So sound like it was gonna be a good little time there. I was sitting there thinking the other day, man, I am not far. I'm 3 years away. Can you believe this? 3 years away. I've been out of high school for 20 years. Where in the world has it gone? 20 years. Unreal. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Josh. I wanted to go live on the KC show because I was going to talk about some things, but I just didn't feel like it was going to be a lot because we're going to talk about just. I'm just going to sit here. I'm just talking. Nothing crazy. That's exactly right. One word could make a difference. So still looking good on the frame. So I'm just going to leave it be, man. I'm just going to leave it be. Let it do its thing. I didn't get to talk about Frank Hart and his little stream he did the other day. Mike, he was like, man, he's got over 100 viewers. I'm like, yeah. I said, here's the thing. I said, they're not there to watch him. I said, they're there to hear if he's about to actually try to implement and bring in this new police station, county thingy that he's trying to do. I said, so it's not really about him, and it definitely ain't about his co-host. Let me tell y'all, and this is no offense. This is constructive criticism as they have given me on a daily, monthly, weekly basis. Thank you, Kathy. I went to with Jerry. We went to a fashion show that that God, how can I don't want to say names. It's not hard. The co-host of Frank Hart's little show was the one running it, and it, the vendors and stuff, they did great. Their part was fine, but they were charging $15 at the door for people to come in and sit and look at people show clothes that people can go to the store and see, instead of it being free, and trying to help these vendors, get a little business, but also help the community kind of come together and enjoy a little something. You can go back and watch it. It's back there. It's way back there, and it wasn't good because this one person was trying to be the limelight, trying to be funny, trying to be this, trying to be in control. I mean, it wasn't good just for the simple fact of that. And now this person's wanting to host the debate with the sheriffs and stuff, and and it's no offense, constructive criticism, no offense. I cannot imagine anybody more annoying that I can listen to on that microphone than that person. And it's nothing against her. Some people sound good when they talk, like Tom. Tom talks really good. He's got he announces things really well. He sounds good. Yeah. But this one part, man, I just can't. Maybe this person could, maybe it would be all right. I don't see it though. But here's the deal, guys. What I'm hoping, I'm going to talk to all the candidates whenever they come out. I'm going to try to have Tom Sherfield, and when he just officially comes out, Mr. Jennings, and I'm going to try to see if I can arrange a debate live on the KC show. We'll probably, might try to see if I can get it at the Elks Lodge, have it down there, and that way it's nice area, nice, and people can come, sit, and maybe even get all three of them to agree to people being able to come up to the microphone and ask questions, like an open forum, but have a debate, stuff like that. I think it would be great. Yeah, he did, Josh. He did. Yeah, he's got a great voice. I mean, Tom really, and that, I'll be honest with you, that's what a lot of people like about him. They like he talks good, he sounds educated. It doesn't make you sound like a hit town. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't been watching the Trump thing, when Henry McMaster's got up there, dude, he sounded like he was from like Mississippi. He didn't sound like he was from South Carolina. And I'm not even gonna try to mimic the way he talked. He was, well, I'll try. Here we go. It was like 4 more years of, I tell you, I can't even do it, of glorious Trump. Glorious. I'm like, where are you from, man? It's not a South Carolina accent or whatever, Southern accent, but it was crazy, man. I was like, God. I was like, oh, God, that's a little embarrassing. Come on. Let somebody else talk. He's no Damie Javis. Absolutely not. No Damie Javis at all. Somebody shared a video of him throwing an axe. I wonder if there was a lot of call for that in the Marines. Oh my God. Let's see if Trump's still out.
You know who got happy? The people around them got happy. That's who got happy. I also created a White House virus task force. It's a big thing.
Oh,
virus
wow.
task force.
That's first I've heard of that.
I requested $2.5 billion to ensure we have the resources we need. The Democrats said that's terrible. He's doing the wrong thing. He needs $8.5 billion, not 2.5. I've never had that before. He asked for 2.5. They want to give me 8.5. So I said, I'll take it. Does that make me a bit? I'll take it. I'll take it.
It's the first time I heard about that task force.
We want 2.5 million. That's plenty. We demand you take 8.5.
I mean, in my opinion, instead of having a virus task force, whatever, I mean, and listen, guys, I know they cannot completely shut down, tourism in and out of America. That would just crumble the economy. But yes, Josh, he did. Yes, he did. But maybe they can just start every like 28. Have anybody ever seen 28 Weeks Later when they were allowing people or I Am Legend with Will Smith, when they were letting people off the island? They were testing people. They were testing people. They clearly have a way of testing people, so maybe they can possibly, if they see somebody who's showing signs or symptoms, stuff like that, maybe they can test them, quarantine them till they find out. That's a lot. That's a lot of people, but all it's going to take is just one viral outbreak like that. It's over with. Let's hear what else he's got to say.
The Democrat policy of open borders is a direct threat to the health and well-being of all Americans. Now, you see it with the coronavirus. You see it. You see it with the coronavirus. You see that. When you have this virus or any other virus or any other problem coming in, it's not the only thing that comes in through the border. And we're setting records now at the border. We're setting records. And now, just using this, so important, right? So important. I'm doing well in the polls despite the worst fake news and worst presidential harassment in the history of the United States. We've got phenomenal numbers.
And they can say whatever they want on CNN and all that. Man, I'm trying to tell you, there is no way there should not be a single poll that has Bernie or any of them others within even a 20% shot of Trump. There's just no way. There's just no way. I am so disappointed in the mayor in Florence of how he's wanting to have, he's up there chanting socialism. You're supposed to be an educated guy. You're sitting in a mayor's position. That don't always mean that you're educated. I'm not going to go there, but you're supposedly an educated person. I mean, look at Venezuela. Look at Venezuela. That country, it's gone. It's absolutely gone due to socialism. You've had the fatty naughty virus? Ah. What's up, Dean? How you doing, man? How you feeling? Hey, Amy. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a good night. Hopefully the stream is running good. I'm looking at the numbers, and it looks like it's streaming very smoothly. Hopefully that will also, I hope, will take care of the mouth issue, because that's what it was. It isn't the software or anything. It was the delay of the internet, and then it off-synced my audio and my video. Hopefully it doesn't do that. Hey, Joan. Yep, 2020, man. There's no way. There's absolutely no way nobody's going to even come close to beating him. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't vote. You need to go vote. And also, if anybody doesn't know or hasn't got the message, there's a vote tomorrow for the Democratic Party. I actually got a text message about it. I didn't reply like everybody else did, because I feel like if you reply, they'll keep messaging you. But the South Carolina primary is tomorrow for the Democrats. So I tell you, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden, because Bernie scares the out of me. The fact that he has followers who believe that this socialism is a good idea is scary. It's freaking scary. What's up, Steven? Something frog? It is terrifying to me that people are even considering socialism. The good news is that when Bernie loses this one, he will definitely be too old by next election. Yeah, they will, Chance. That's why I don't even reply, because I don't even want to give them that opportunity. They'll just keep messaging over and over and over. Let's see what else is going on.
Let's term limit ourselves at 25 years. No more than 25 years.
Ooh.
No more. Okay. They'll pass something in the Senate. Tim, pass it in the Senate with Lindsey. A 25-year term limit, please.
I hope he's.
No,
I was going to say, I hope he's kidding.
We need that extra 5 to get everything solidified. You know, it's like you take a tree and you plant it.
Let's see what Patty wants. Let's see. Let's see if she comes on. Hey, Patty, you're on the KC show. What can I do for you?
Oh, wow. Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you never do. That's bad. I ask people to, put a notification out, let you know when I go live, and she don't even do it.
I'm sorry. I was having dinner with Uncle David.
Okay. All right.
That's an excuse, right?
Yeah, no, it ain't. So tell him I said hey. All right. Yep. See that? But yeah, man, I'm so glad he brought about term limits. I tell you, that's one thing that if Frank wants to prove to people that he's not there for power, why don't they bring it up on the docket? Why don't they have a council member bring up, let's have term limits on the county and the city? Yeah, I'm telling you, Chris, it is freaking ridiculous, man. That is not a Snapple. It is Welch's apple juice. Good for the digestive. Got a couple of vitamins in there. Got 100% vitamin C. I try to drink at least 2 or 3 of those bottles a day, man, to kind of help the immune system and the digestive system. So if you can stomach apple juice, which is really good. I mean, apple juice, I forgot how much I like it. It's really good for you. The sugar's a little up there, but other than that, it's really good for you.
Oh, he's running tomorrow. No, but could you imagine if I said
see
just
tomorrow.
a small fraction of the mistakes he makes, which are unbelievable. Every speech.
He's got to be talking about. He's got to be talking about Joe.
Wiped out with guns.
He's got to be talking about Joe.
I said, that's a horrible thing. That's the end of his evening. That's the end of his political career. And then after the debate, they're reviewing him. They said, Joe Biden had a great night last night.
Yeah, Joe Biden said 150 million people have been killed. And I'm like, 150 million? Man, talking about over half of America. Well, here's the thing, Chance. What's that line out of the Dark Knight, the one with the Joker in it? What's that line where he says, "Okay, you live"? Well, how did he say? You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That is the most truthful statement I've ever heard in a fictional movie, and it's always almost true. Sometimes you can overstay your welcome. Frank Hart has overstayed his welcome. David Taylor has overstayed his welcome. City council lady up there has overstayed her welcome. And these term limits will keep them in check. It'll keep them in check because at some point or another, they know they're going. At some point, they know they're going. So I believe it's just always good to have fresh blood. I definitely need term limits on a sheriff. I believe it should be 3 terms as a sheriff, maximum. Which that's 12 years. That's really good. That's a long time. I think it should be 2 terms with council members, county supervisor, mayor. I think it should be 2 terms. 2 and you're out. You've done your county, you've done your county well. I don't follow WBCU, so I can't comment on. I tell you, man, WBCU. Listen, they took shots at me. I take shots at them. I really want them to be a success because Union County has their own radio station, and that's great. But, and I'm gonna try to make sure I don't speak out of turn here. I've talked to many people. Some actually work for the government here in the town, and some other ones are just regular business people. And I always like, well, maybe I need to go and throw a little business, but also bring a little bit. And I go and ask a lot of these business people, I'm like, do you ever get a return on your investment? Because it is an investment when you decide to advertise with WBCU. And a lot of them are, they love the people at WBCU. I like Mike. He's a good guy. Chris is a good guy. They're not bad guys. And they don't want to say no. So they kind of dance around it until they eventually get back to the word no. And they're like, well, you know, I never really ask my customers when they come in, how'd you hear about it? Which is a detrimental mistake when you're running a business. When they come in, you've never seen them before, you definitely need to ask, because you need to know where your money's going and where it should go. And I did it. I advertised with the paper, I advertised with WBCU, and I did billboard advertising. I say in the end, between those three media outlets, it cost me over probably close to $3,500 in advertising. And guys, I'm not talking about, I did this for years. That was only for like 3 months on the billboard. That was for, I think, 2 months or maybe 1 month, something like that with WBCU. And with the paper, I did 1,000 inserts, for 2 weeks, 1,000 inserts in the paper. Guys, listen to what I'm about to tell you. Let me get closer. Let me get super close. Listen to me. This is serious. I mean, I'm dead serious, guys. When I put those 1,000 inserts in, guys, do y'all know that in those inserts, I offered a free stamp. Anybody who brought that insert into my store and gave me that insert, it was on the ad. You bring me this insert, we'll give you a free stamp. You know how many I got? Free. You didn't. It said no purchase necessary. Bring this in. You get a free stamp. 0. Dead serious. Matter of fact, I might still even have the ads. We've rearranged and built this office up so much. I can almost tell you that I still got some ads in here somewhere. 0. And if I don't, I have a copy on the computer where I designed the flyer, you know, but 0. I mean, 0. So out of 1,000, I don't care if somebody hated me. I got a flyer in my hand. Somebody's going to give me something for free. If I just bring this back into their store, I'm on the way. I've got a free coffee right now sitting up at the little place on Main Street. I just haven't had a chance to get there, but it wasn't a time limit on that. That's already been paid for. It's been paid forward. This was a time limit thing and it got 0. That is not good. That it's just a dying media. The paper's going to die regardless. The paper business is going to be dead in probably 10 years. Newspapers, it's only going to be the big ones left. And if WBCU does not heed the words of me telling them, not just me, listen to all these people. If they do not listen, WBCU, sooner or later, these people are going to realize that, hey, me giving WBCU $300-400 a month to advertise and I'm getting no returns, I can't do it no more. I like Chris, I like Mike, I like them all, but man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. It's a ton of money. And a lot of them honestly do it just for the simple fact of doing it. They don't even do it for advertising. They just do it to support the radio station, like All in Frost. They don't need no advertising. They're lawyers. You know, they don't need no advertising. They just do it to help them, you know, to keep them in business. And that's great. I mean, that is great. That's giving back to your community. That's absolutely wonderful. But I could not with good conscience, because when we had, you know, some of these new businesses that opened up, these new restaurants, you know, I told them, I said, listen, you know, I know you want to do advertising. I said, if you're going to do it, I said, you need to not commit. I mean, I'm trying to be careful with my words. Don't commit. Try it out. Tell them to just give you a temporary thing. And I got to be careful with the businesses. It was 3 different businesses that opened up, and when they actually heeded the words. 2 of them did. I haven't heard from the other one, but 2 of them did. They come in here and do a lot of business with me. They come back in, and after about 3 months of them being open, and they both told me, thank you for the advice, because we got nobody from these ads, and it cost them damn near almost $1,200 in advertising with the paper, WBCU, for a little over 3 months. And that is ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. It's crazy. That's it. And you need to have, I can't listen to it here. I'll every now, because when I first opened up the pawn shop, it's shut down now, but when I opened up the pawn shop, I wanted to have BCU on here, because a lot of the older guys come in here and they like listening to WBCU. I'm like, well, I'll have it on there. That way they can hear. I couldn't get it. It was too staticky. And I don't know if it's necessarily so much their signal, even though I'm right down the street. It's this building, the building, this metal building. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but yeah, it's tough to get their signal sometimes. But they've got to improve their programming, get something that people are interested in listening to turn on the radio, and then you can sell more advertisements. Quit relying on the old system, the good old boy system, because sooner or later these people are going to be dying off or quitting their business or selling their business, and you've got to be able to go and sell this same thing to this new generation that is not coming up with the radio. You've got to convince them that, hey, you should continue airing this here on my radio station. Let me tell you why. I got these 2 new shows coming in. It's going to be real. It's going to be hip. We're going to have some young folks. We're going to have this. We're going to hit all different demographics. Here's what the new show's doing. Look at the ratings that we're getting. They don't have nothing like that. They got Swap and Shop, and that's it. Football. And it's, football's about to, on the radio, it's about to go. Because sooner or later, this digital age is going to catch up to them, because sooner or later they're going to get rid of these rights that these principals and stuff give solely to people like that. And sooner or later, it's going to be about who comes in with the best bid. And I want to air it. I want to air it live video. Me and Jerry McKee have talked about it. Live video, and they're like, well, if it's live on the video, people ain't going to come. This is not NFL. This is not college. It's not that. People who are coming to the high school football game are still coming to that high school football game. The radio also keeps people from coming to the high school football games, but they don't want to tell you that part. They don't want to talk about that. Yes, Josh, they should definitely. I mean, why would you not do that? I would love for that to be in here. I don't know if it wouldn't be too loud. It's a little room, but I think it's more than what WBCU has. But we could set it up in the next room. I'd love to do something like that. That'd be great. But it's different on the radio, because you're cutting on the radio, listening to music. It ain't that bad, is it? They have 2 rubber bands and 2 AA batteries. I have not been in there since I was a kid. And from what I'm understanding, it's pretty much the same equipment as them, which, listen, if that same equipment still runs that place, let it go. Because I'll tell you, that stuff is high. Trust me, I knew. Me too, Kimberly. Somebody told me about a segment. This segment that used to come on Saturday used to be a program where they'd come in and talk about local politics and stuff like that. Well, it started getting a little rough, mainly due to Robert Small, because he was calling in and kind of blistering people. And it got a label of becoming a bitch fest, which listen to me. If people's got an outlet to where they can get on there and just bitch and get it off their chest, that's going to get ratings. It's going to get ratings because people's going to want to hear people complain. You know, the highest rated part of last night's show with Tom? Yeah, last night. God, my days are gone. Was the part with Lynn. Now, am I saying that was appropriate? No, I'm not saying that was appropriate. I'm not mad at Lynn. And I tell you this, a lot of people, I went back and watched and everybody's like, hang up. No, because let me tell you why. Tom's got to get used to that. Tom's going to have to get used to it, be used to it, and handle it. And he handled it perfectly. The whole situation was handled perfectly because you're going to have people like that. Look at what Taylor's going through right now. So you're going to have that. But I was not going to hang up on her because that would have made not only me, but it also would have made Tom look like a coward. Like, oh, look, the first rough call and he's ready to hang it up. I refuse. That I'm not doing this WBCU Frank Hart. Let's only talk to these certain people. I'm not doing that. I'll take on the bad. That's why I wanted Jamie Davis to call in. He didn't have to come in. He could call in, and I would have just let him talk. I didn't have to ask him no question. Just let him talk. But he don't want to do that. He is a coward because he refuses to come and talk. Instead, he would just rather film himself looking like an uneducated idiot. And my God, bringing disdain onto a military. He needs to quit trying to make it okay for him to talk about people because he was in the military. That is not cool, not okay. Johnny, I did contact FCC, I believe it was, to try to apply for a radio station. Unfortunately, they are not assigning or selling any frequencies anymore. Now they say they may in the future, but they doubt it. So that means the only way I could get a radio station is if I go and find one that's willing to sell their radio station, their numbers, their frequencies and everything like that. I would love to buy WBCU from him, and it's no offense. My God, I'm really not. But if he's asking that much for advertising, I cannot imagine how much he would ask for the studio altogether. You know what I mean? And it's outdated junk in there. It's just outdated. I'm sorry. It's just outdated. And I would never, it's like Gene's Fine Food, man. The price tag that he's got on that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. That would be nice, wouldn't it, Jeannie? It would really be nice to understand him. And I'm not even going to sit here and like talk about, I guess, what he tries to say. He wants to call me racist. So I went down his profile pictures. I tried to go back as far as I could. I didn't see any pictures of black people of any kind or any other kind of other than his wife. It looked like she might have been a different race. I'm not sure. His second wife. I didn't see anybody of any other ethnic group other than white, Caucasian. And, hell, I'm going down mine and there's ass load of pictures of Brandon, which I don't know why. He gets on my freaking nerves. Just tried to call him earlier. He didn't answer me, bastard. There's pictures of Chad and there's pictures of Chad's little girl, Kalea. I mean, I love that little girl. Man, I'll tell you, I miss her. This is a good place to do it because it's not on the Casey show. Me and Chad have bunted heads because I'll tell my side. And if Chad ever wants to come on and tell his side, he is more than welcome, like always. I just felt like during that time with the whole Kaepernick nappy head thing, which was the stupidest thing on this planet that will ever be considered of a racist statement of nappy head, because you don't own every word. Okay. And that right there was a joke. And I felt like and Chad did come to my defense. Don't get me wrong. He did come on the show. He came to my defense, but after that, he kind of just disappeared on me. And I felt like he was more worried about him receiving backlash for taking up for me than being my friend. And that's exactly the way I felt. And let me tell you something. When you're my friend, I have a high standard for you, because I will go to bat for you 1,000%, unless you've killed somebody or raped somebody or something like that. And if you're doing that, I can't have you back. But I love Chad. Me and Chad had a spat, and he's probably going to like on this one, but I don't care. I really don't. Me and him got in a spat about 2 years ago, and we stopped talking for a long time. No, it's further back now. It's 4 years ago, and we stopped talking for a while. And finally, I sent him a message, told him, dude, I'm ready to be your friend. I was like, look, let's just get past this bullshit and let's be a friend. And he come up here to the store. He didn't even message me back. Come up here to the store. As soon as I seen him in the hallway, man, I just grabbed him, hugged him, and kissed him on the cheek. He can't stand me to tell people that, because I love Chad. Chad's been my friend for over 10 years, and it sucks right now not having Chad around. I love him. I miss him. I miss Kalea. That girl, I love her so much, but it's tough. It's tough. And for him to simply just go, I can't stand a racist. I can't stand a racist after the things that I've seen him say, that people have sent me messages. This guy's a definition of racist. Let me make this clear. There was one person on there where, they were taking my defense. They told him, you do know his best friend is black, which he is. And that's, in Chad, I still consider him my best friend. We're not in good terms right now, but I still love him. But Brandon is my best friend. And yes, he's black. He acts more white than I do, but he is black. He is a D-head. He gets on my nerves. And I'll do anything in this world for him. He's supposed to have his kid this week, and I hope I have some pictures Tuesday to show, because I've got to get a DNA test, because to know that there's going to be another Brandon Johnson on this planet scares me a little bit. He's a special human being, but he actually said he's going to come on the show. Guys, he works for a company that allows him off 4 months. 4 months to have a kid. For the male, 4 paid months. 4. I'm like, holy mother. I thought he was lying. I had to go look, and it's sure enough, 4 months. I'm like, what? God, I have a kid every day. But I do love Chad. And I hope it can be reconciled. He's got to take the step and show me that he's worried more about our friendship than he is his reputation. I don't care about my reputation. I don't, I may have one. I don't really care what it is. Don't know what it would be. I'm, probably a dickhead too. But I don't care, who cares, because one day we're going to need those friends, those true friends. And when Brandon's grandmother died a little while back, and he's not an emotional person, of course, but this was his mama. His grandma was his mama. And believe it or not, me and Brandon was actually in a little bit of a spat then too. I can't even remember what it was about. Families have spats, friends have spats. We all have it. And he sent me a message one night, and it was in an instant. I called him, and he sent me a message and told me about his grandma wasn't doing good. And he was like, "Look, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I want you to call me. Man, you're all I got left." He said, "I ain't got no family." He said, "I ain't got no real friends down here." He said, "You all I got left, man." And I called him instantly. I'm like, "Look, dude, it's over. That message, it's over. We're good now." Now tell me what's going on with your grandma. You know, that was it. I don't ask a lot for my friendship. Just, be loyal, care about me every now and then. Oh, and every now and then, take me out to eat. Chance, I've got a few friendships like that. A real friend fights for you and always forgives no matter what. And I think me and Chad both were being extremely hard headed, prideful. That's for damn sure. We're both pride hard headed idiots. That's for sure. I miss him. I miss him. I mean, I do. I miss him. And this is bad. Oh God, this is bad. I haven't talked to my sister in over 5 years. I'm not going to say why because that's a family issue and it's unfortunately it's messy. I just didn't like the way she treated me, treated Patty. And my sister was my best friend for years. And I've not talked to my sister in 5 years, and it hurts. It sucks, but what they've did to me, I can't, they've got to come and apologize. That's the only way to get through that. I miss Chad more than I do my sister. And that's probably really bad. I miss the hell out of my sister, but I miss Chad more. So it's a little rough. Josh, I know from experience when tragedy gets you personally, you will find out who your true friend. That's right, man. He didn't even have to ask, it was instant, man. Which I missed him. I missed it. I missed the hell out of him. He gets on my freaking nerves. And if he calls here in a minute, which I hope he does, y'all will understand. Like he is annoying as hell. He don't let nobody talk over him. He has got a big mouth, but man, I love him. Wendy's grandbaby is 2 today. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Man, I need a birthday tune. So glad you said that. We're going to get a birthday tune on here. Pride has 2 paths, one that builds, another that breaks, knowing the two and when they approach are crucial. That's beautiful, man. I like that. We give a little likey on that. Yeah, Josh, that happens a lot, man. That happens a whole lot. Yeah. And I'll talk about that, guys. I'm an open book. That's what I told Tom, when he come on the show, and the same thing I'll tell anybody else who comes on the show. Put it out there. Put it out there, because the more you put out there, the more that the less they'll try to go find and put on you for you. My dad, he's had a lot of health issues, and it's tough. My dad had a stroke, a little while back, and before that stroke, me and my daddy were inseparable. Still love him. And I don't get to see him as much as I should. That's my fault, not his. After he had that stroke, he kinda changed, which is not him. It's just a part of what a stroke entails. And it's almost like I lost a little bit of my daddy because his mind and it's like he got closer with my brother and my sister, and I kind of got casted out a little bit, because Tracy and Timmy is my steps, or halves. We got the same dad, different mom, and that hurts. It's tough. I could sit here all night and talk about my family issues, but we all have them. But that one's tough too. So that's why I really try to do everything I can to hang on to friendships. Chad, Brandon, Emmanuel. I think Emmanuel's a great guy. We were close for a little while, and me and him drifted apart, which I hate because I love Emmanuel. He is an intelligent guy, man. He is so full of wisdom. Sometimes a choice of words can just absolutely devastate a relationship, and maybe his choice of words were bad, or maybe the way I took them were bad as well. It could be a little bit of both, but I love his wife, Melanie. Sweet woman. He's got the sweetest kids, but the most annoying dog. He has a terribly loud, barking, annoying dog. But other than that, he's got super nice kids. Miss him too. So yeah, this was a long time ago, Jeannie. He's kind of recovered from it. It was a pretty good one. It wasn't a major stroke. He was able to regain most of his motor and mind and all that. It kind of weakened his left side, like his leg. I believe it was his left side. It weakened that up a little bit to the point of where he could no longer ride his motorcycle, which that crushed him. If anybody knows my dad, that crushed him. But you know, and yeah, I think I better mention Mike before he sees this live and he goes, "Hey, guy, Mike is beyond a cousin and a brother. I mean, he's everything in my world. Me and Mike, it's like out of my dad's side of the family, me and Mike's all we got, man. He has a little bit of a relationship with a couple of family members that I don't, but all I got pretty much is Mike. Love Mr. Frank. He's always been nice to my crotch goblins. What? Oh man. Yeah, Angela, I guess that's true. At least his kids ain't annoying. No, he has well behaved kids. He allows them to play, you're talking about Emmanuel. He allows them to play and do what they do. But man, as soon as they are out of line, he is on them. He is a very, very good dad. And so is Chad. And, they're good. They're good dads. Brandon is a really good dad too. Mike, they're all good kids. Oh, let me go over. It might just call me out. A lot of people don't understand the relationship between friends and brothers like you and Brandon and Chad have. It's a different friendship because y'all are so close for so long. That's right, man. Hey, Amanda, I see you on YouTube now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to split screen that Joker so I can read them both. Let's do that now. Yeah. Thank you, Mike, for calling me out. Forgot all about that. There we go. And Trump is still going. Let's get out of this bum move for a second. Let's see what he's got to say now.
Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, the never Trumpers. But you think it's easy, it's not. But that's being built. But you know what they say now? Okay, he's building the wall, but Mexico's not paying for it. Yes, they are.
Oh, they're paying for it.
They are.
At that new trade deal?
They are paying for it.
They're paying for it. They're paying for it and then some.
And some of the fake news knows that, but they refuse to report it, but that's okay. You'll see what's going on.
Boy, it must be hot because this is the first time I've seen Trump look like he's about to start sweating. Must be hot where he's standing.
And they only do that for Trump. They don't do that for Sleepy Joe. They don't do that for Crazy Bernie. And they don't do it for Mini Mike, that's for sure.
That's what I'm going to start calling Mike on the show. I'm going to start calling him Mini Mike. Hey, thank you, Trump. Thank you, Trump. Oh, God. Lisa says, the coronavirus, has anyone been listening to the CDC and preparing? Fortunately, United States have really kind of, been sidestepping these landmines. We have not had a big outbreak or nothing like that. We've had a few people come through and it's been handled really well. I see where Israel, actually, they believe they got a cure for it. They're not sure, but they're working on it, and they think they got a cure, which is great. But definitely wash your hands. Sanitize your hands, wash your hands. I believe that all big companies like Walmart, Best Buy, malls, anything like that, they should have, until this thing is over, they should have people at the door requiring them, telling them, you've got to sanitize your hands before you come in. Because that is one of the places that is, that it spreads. Now, is it going to keep somebody from possibly catching it from somebody? No. Will it help? Yes. Yeah. I didn't get to read the entire article. I just seen where they said that, yes, I did, Macy. I am so sorry. That whole stream, the lag and me starting late and all that, man, that's my fault, Macy. Let me bring up Macy and I'll post it as well. Somebody I just popped off the freaking chat. Crap. Just to read a message. Somebody sent me a message asking, has Sherfield agreed to come to the show? Yes, he has. He wanted to go ahead and set up a date. I told him, let's hang tight until I make sure the internet is fixed. And I want to get a better call-in system than what we had, because I went back and listened, and that beep from my phone was the most annoyingest freaking thing, and I am sorry for that. So I told him, let me get that, which I think I found the solution. And as soon as I know I got the solution, he'll be on. Yep, and masks. Yep, that's right, Lisa. I was told I was immune to it when I deal with wish order. The U.S. supposedly has a cure too. I believe they stated they are going to try and begin human trials in the next 11 days. See, I didn't even hear that. But, used to, I always laughed at people who had those masks and stuff on. Now it's, hey, they know what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. Let's see what else here.
Aliens, you know that. You've been reading. All you have to do is pick up.
Got a echo here. Where's it at? There it is. Sorry about that. Let me mute me. There we go. Sorry.
We don't do that anymore. We won't let it happen. And now we don't have to give sanctuary cities and states the money that they're going to want. It's a whole game changer.
Oh, man.
And they don't even want to report it. I don't know. I didn't see much. They keep talking about the virus. Oh, the virus. Is Trump doing a good job? Oh, I don't think so. Gee, I don't think so. Chucky Schumer. No, I don't think he's doing a good job. This guy doesn't know he's alive.
What the hell?
What bad people. Republicans believe America should be a sanctuary for law-abiding Americans, not for criminal aliens.
Angela, absolutely. Sherfield's qualifications is not even close. Oh, here we go. Here he is. So let's see if he probably won't talk. He'll probably hang up once he realizes. What's up, man? Hey, I'm live on the show. Are you wanting to talk? Of course you are, because you Brandon the man. Why you sound like you asleep? You was asleep. So you about to get 4 months off and you asleep. You want me to call you when I get off? All right, I'll call you. All right, man. All right. Guess he's getting that sleep in before for those diaper changes at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning come out. But back to Angela, she said Sherfield is well qualified for that position. I can't wait to see his interview. Did y'all see that long resume? I mean, come on. And I want to say this. His qualifications are well beyond what is required of a sheriff, well beyond it. A lot of those qualifications that he listed, a lot of those qualifications is just what you're required to have to be a police officer. So a lot of other police have those qualifications as well, but that doesn't mean that his resume is not impressive. But it's all about presentation. And when he presented that resume, he blew me away. But then as I got to read, I'm like, well, okay, yeah. These are just he's still qualified. You know, you got to throw it up there if you've done it. Which, like I say, he's very impressive. Being qualified for a job, and being right for the job is still two different things, and that's why we have questions. That's why we're going to ask the tough questions. The one thing that I've told Sherfield this, and I'll tell him. I've told him many times. Anytime I ever got to talk to him. Now the hardest thing is getting people to. You got to convince them that your way is not Taylor's way. That's what a lot of people are very, very afraid of. If anybody out of that administration decides to run for sheriff, which he has, that's what they're afraid of. And I don't tell him that he already knows that. He's not stupid. He's been a cop for 20 plus years. He's not stupid. He knows this. But I told him, you need to make sure any campaigning you do, you've got to separate yourself from Taylor. So hopefully, when he makes his statement and stuff like that, he addresses that. He very well should. That is something should be priority number one for him to address. And that's possible, Lisa. And I'll come back to you, Lisa. I'm coming back to you. I just don't want to skip somebody. I don't want to get mad at me. I'm over here at 9:30 at night cooking barbecue ribs, corn, mac and cheese. What? And my plate is where? Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. I seen on Blog JD page that my buddy AJ Rose is running for sheriff too. Lisa says birds of a feather flock together, and she doesn't think that he can separate himself from Taylor because she thinks he's too far in. I have no idea. You could be absolutely right. You could be absolutely wrong. That's what he's got to come on the show and prove to us. And that's what I love about the show, because you're going to get that answer. You're going to get that answer. That'll be the first thing that I ask him. It's got to be addressed, and it's got to be addressed over and over and over, and he's going to get sick of it. By November, he'll be tired as hell of hearing about Taylor, because they're over and over and over. If you walk up to him and you don't ask him, how are you going to try to get this disdain of Taylor away from you? If you don't ask him that, you're not really worried about, him being sheriff, or you just don't care, because that should be the first question every time. Tom was very impressive. For Tom to be so young, which that's not a bad thing. For Tom to be so young, he was very impressive. Very impressive. I enjoyed it. I think he's going to do well. So right now we've got some good candidates, guys. We got some good candidates. It's over here. Come eat. You need to feed Patty more. Patty eats more than I do, believe it or not. I swear to God, she eats more than I do. But unfortunately, Miss Patty is not here tonight. She is gone to Georgia to visit some family. So, yep. That's why I'm on here live tonight. Just shooting the breeze, talking to some folks, enjoying it. Jeannie says, "Are you staying below my house, Wendy Miller?" She's gonna get her some food too. Lisa says it's like a tattoo. It's possible. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm also not agreeing, because I don't know. I don't know, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Taylor was his boss. That is the same as you and I having a boss. He can't dictate what Taylor done. Johnny is the one that blew the whistle on the missing money. And that's very well possible. Now, the only part that were the whistle blowing on the money, I'll tell you how that happened. I don't think anybody necessarily came out and said, "Oh, there's money missing. What happened was money got missing in Melanie's office, clerk of court. Money was missing in her office. And Taylor was extremely upset about that. He called it, he wanted to call in SLED. Well, somebody said, well, they need to also investigate your office about money missing out of there. And Taylor wanted to basically say, no, we want SLED to come check that out. I'll handle my own. And basically the assistant prosecutor or whatever, solicitor, he told him, no, we're going to have SLED. You can either call them or we'll call them, and they're going to investigate both. And that's how SLED got involved. Now, it's very well that Sherfield probably might have said something. It's very possible. We'll find that out. We will find that out. Angela says, Tom seems like a good guy, but I'm not sold on his experience. He may be a great road cop, but I just don't see sheriff material in him yet. And honestly, I'm going to be to take up for him just for a second. How many years of politics did Trump have? And sometimes, now I'm not saying that, you know, sheriffing and being presidents, you know, you have a lot more support as president. You know, he's got generals to help with his war decisions and stuff like that. But sometimes it's best to have somebody who's not as experienced, because they don't know all the crooked lanes down the road, if that makes sense. So you can kind of say, well, it's a good thing that he don't have that experience, but then you can turn around and go, well, it's a bad thing. So it has this double-edged sword. But I understand what you're saying, Angela. Definitely. You definitely want somebody in there who was qualified to be so. Yeah, but it looks like I'm eating that. Little Caesars. Actually, it will be Pizza Hut if I, yep, definitely Pizza Hut. Slay report verified that Johnny and Scott blew the whistle. Oh, you're talking about Scott Cofer. I was like, my mind just went blank. I'm like, Scott. I was like, Cofer. Tom does. And that's okay. You know, people, I want people, that's why I ban trolls. Because trolls are coming in here and calling, like right now, you know, Lisa believes one thing, Angela believes another thing, but you don't see them calling each other names. Like, oh, you stupid, you know, none of that. You don't know what the F you're talking about. They're having a civil discussion, and they're going to agree to disagree in the end. And that is what discussions is all about. That's what Casey Show is about. Having civil discussions about things. So, I love that. So, yeah. And that's what sets this show apart, you know. Angela says, we need someone that knows the behind the scenes job, not just the law. I can recite law, but I'm not sheriff material. I'm just saying, and I'm not picking on him. He does speak well, but he wasn't he a radio guy at one time? That's where his speaking comes from. Yeah, he was. He was he speaks great. And that's true too, but it's like we can go down two roads with this. We can say, well, Sherfield is a part of it. He's in that administration. He was in that mess. Let's just wipe it clean and get some new blood in there. That's possible too. But then you got that other route. Like I'm so on the fence right now because I have not talked to everybody, and I'm gonna stay on the fence till I do. I don't want to be ignorant and go, well, Tom was here first. I'm voting for Tom. I'm not going to do that yet because I want to hear from all the other ones. And Tom would not expect me to do that. But then you got, well, Sherfield possibly helped crack down on this going on with Taylor. And again, there's a situation there where he might have not have, he might have been part, he might not have. He might have had this. I mean, there's just a lot of questions that need to be answered, and that's on Sherfield to do. It's not anybody else's responsibility to answer those questions but him, and only him, and he should be more than happy to answer those. Tom showed integrity last night because the first thing he did was address his indiscretions. He didn't deny anything. He owned his mistakes. He didn't try to hide them. He's done what he's done. We need someone in office that will own up the mistakes and not act like they're innocent. I cannot agree with you more on that. I am so tired of seeing these people that just, yeah, you could definitely tell that you were born with a spoon right up in your rear. You know, I don't hate you for that. I guess at the same time, you don't know what it's like to be in my shoes, to grow up in a poor mill house. And I've made mistakes. I've said it before. I've when I was married to Lisa, we had marital issues. Indiscretions happened on her side. Indiscretions definitely happened on my side. And my discretion it was with Patty. I was with Lisa for almost 8 years, 9 years, somewhere in that area. And it got bad and I made a bad choice. And me and Patty got together. And me and Patty have been together ever since. So I wasn't hopping, around on a lot of women or nothing like that. But I did choose a bad way to go about it. But I'm not perfect, and I'm sure I'm going to mess up again one day in my future. It's like I have in my past, because if I don't, I'm human. And I'm not going to try to be perfect. I'll try my best to make good decisions every day, but God dang it, guys, it's not always possible. It's not always possible. Whoo, might just call somebody ignorant. You call me ignorant? Did you call me ignorant, boy? Angela says, I'm all for civil. I'll debate all day long until it gets disrespectful. Then I'm out. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had a little D-head last night. Was on my page and just being absolutely disrespectful, little piece of crap. I'm not going to say his name because he don't deserve the attention. Barely deserves air in them lungs, but, had that. He's a piece of crap. So I definitely get that. I am not a troll. I'm just here to play 5 and 10. Somebody, who is Mike saying he is ignorant? Johnny says I'm undecided, and that's the way you should be, Johnny. Right now, everybody should be undecided. You should not already be like full blown. I'm for Sherfield or I'm full blown Tom. You shouldn't, because you haven't heard from everybody yet. Nor do we have all our candidates yet. There you go, Lisa. Exactly. Mike says yes, and Sherfield addressed that elephant first and foremost when and if he comes on the show. Should address, Mike said. Wendy says she's perfect. We all knew that. Mike Brandon, you're a nut. LOL, just replying to what you said. What the hell? Calling me ignorant? Slash your tires tonight, boy. All of them knew about Taylor in the chain of command, and that's possible. And like I say again, they might have tried to report this stuff, and maybe it just got nowhere. We don't know. We don't know. Just look at it this way, guys. SLED did come and do an investigation, and they found a tremendous amount of misconduct, and 0 charges come out of it. 0 charge. There are cops right now terrified of the next 8 to 9 months. They are terrified because they don't know if Sheriff Taylor on his last couple of weeks is just going to take the whole house out. You're gone. You're gone. Now, do I think he'll be that stupid? No. Do I think he could get to be that stupid? Anybody can. But there are certain cops who are worried because they did speak out against Taylor in a SLED report. Let me tell you something. If it's up to me, I'm going to tell the truth because I'm not going to jail for you, Taylor. You would not go to jail for me, Taylor. Why would I go to jail for you? He has been our sheriff for a long time. And I just realized that he is Sheriff Taylor, like Andy Taylor. Wow. Why did I just now? Wow. Holy crap, man. Let's see. See, something's wrong with me. I gotta get a CAT scan. Yes. And like I say, and that's a good point too, Kyle. Kyle believes that nobody should run under a political party. They should run by their name and policy. I couldn't agree more. You know, unfortunately, political parties are here to stay. Now he could have would have been independent. Probably could have did that. But right now, I'll be honest with you, with the Trump train being as strong as it is and Democrats being as crazy as they are, there's no way I would not get on the Republican, the Republican side, because people are seeing how insane Democrats are. And whether or not you agree with how Democrats are running things like this socialism stuff, you may not even be a part of that, but as soon as you stamp your name with a Democrat on it, everybody's going to assume that you are with the Bernie Sanders train. And that could bite you. Because I'm telling you, Democrats have shown some true dirty, nasty colors. Dirty, dirty, dirty. I'm for the best candidate. What's best for the community? That's exactly right, Chance. I haven't, Lisa. I have not read a book about Andy Taylor. Never. Now, to tell you the truth, I've never thought about it. Might be something I should do. They should run as the Whig Party. They could keep that. I was a Democrat before. I learned by numbers they don't lie. Yeah, I mean, Democrats. I remember as a kid, my mama would tell me, we're a Democratic house because Democrats worry about the poor, and unfortunately, they do worry about the poor, but they don't mention now that they help create the poor. They help create you to be poor so they can continue holding you down, being poor, and keeping you on government assistance. Because by you being on government assistance and knowing that the Democrats are all for government assistance, they know they're guaranteeing your vote, which is basically voter bribery. I mean, in the end, that's what it is. Oh my God, them Tom Steyer commercials are the worst. The worst commercials. I like to turn on the Weather Channel in the hallway, but all they play is Tom Steyer, and it's like I want people when they come in, because not everybody gets a chance to watch, weather report and everything. And Union County has a weather of its own. It's snowing today and surfing tomorrow. So, I like to keep it on there, but man, it's just about to the point where it gets on my nerves. And I also don't want people thinking I'm like supporting him, even though I can't control what commercials they have on. Still, I tell you this, Sam. I tell you this: if Jeff Bailey was ever serious about being a sheriff for Union County, he would come out and announce his candidacy. If he was serious and really wanted to do it, listen, I know he lost last time, but sometimes we lose. It's hard to unseat a sitting sheriff and stuff like that because it is tough. It's tough. But I believe if Jeff Bailey was to come out, I don't see anybody beating him. I don't, because here's why. He has been in Union County for years. He knows a lot about it. He's been inside those offices, but he's not been inside of that sheriff administration. And he has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has it all, and he would win. I'm telling you, and it's no disrespect to Tom, it's no disrespect to Sherfield or any of the others, but he, in my opinion, after I read in the Select Report they were talking about voter fraud, I believe that probably Jeff Bailey probably did win. But we'll never know that. We'll never, ever know it. So, because Sheriff even said, he didn't care about, worried about what the numbers were going to be. He knew he was going to win. Now, people could just say he was overconfident, or it could have just been him, speaking between the lines. Trump is off the air, but now they're showing an ambulance and a helicopter with spotlights on the ambulance. I guess nobody's done stole that ambulance, have they? Could be coronavirus, maybe. No, they're not talking, so keep my eye on that. I'll keep looking. Yes, politicians need to have term limits for anybody for sure. Because you look at what Frank Hart and what the city just did. The city has screwed this town. They have set Union County or City of Union back for years with this new government, because now we have a dictator, Joe Nichols, who answers to no one. And Frank Hart wants the same thing. He can lie to you and tell you, oh, we need this because then I can get an assistant. Now, well, won't you just put in the budget? You come and tell me, Kyle, since that you hate this new government so much, I want you to take this and you go tell your base that, okay, well, we won't put the new budget or the new form of government on here, but we are going to request for a budget, a budget increase, so we can bring in somebody to help me run this town. I'll be more than glad. You're talking about a $40,000-$50,000 budget increase. That's nothing. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you still off?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry again.
So you're still not watching.
All
right. Goodbye, Patty. Goodbye, Patty. Goodbye. That's garbage. See, I have no support in my life. The Greenville chief of police was being investigated for misconduct. The investigation turned up nothing, and he was cleared of all charges, but he resigned anyways. Because of the respect of the office, I guess that being said, Taylor should have to innocent or guilty. Yeah, it's just a form of respect. Oh yeah, there's an ambulance stolen. That's what this is. Somebody has stolen an ambulance. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen for y'all. See if I can do this. I can do this. Come on. Trying to do this. Because I was wondering why the helicopter was beaming its lights down on the ambulance. I'm like, why is it doing that? Here we go. I think I got it. Yes, I do. All right. See if I can bring it up. There's no sound. There's no sound here. Oh, come on. Let me see what I can do here, guys. Give me just a second. I'm trying, but yeah, there's an ambulance here trying to apparently do something silly. Stolen. Nothing. It will not. I hate Apple. Apple is so complicated sometimes. Window capture. It's being silly. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think I figured it out. Yep, here we go. I got it. It ain't gonna let me do it unless I exit. Unless I exit Mimo. Oh, no, maybe not. There we go. All right. So there it is. So there it is right there. Their pursuit of a stolen ambulance. I just did. Yes, Apple is such a pain in the butt. I don't care unless Mini Mike is in the ambulance. That's right, Kim. And it is a big decision. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't trying to trivialize it. I really wasn't, because I've talked to you. I just think that, I tell you, there's no better opportunity for Jeff. No better opportunity for Jeff. And I just really believe that uh, he has a tremendous chance. It's just what I believe. And hopefully, and whatever decision y'all make, that's a decision y'all make. It affects y'all's life, not ours. So, you know, we we pray for y'all's discussions, and hopefully it's a good one for everybody. That'd be great. Stasher Bailey back up, listen to Kyle after my remark. So yeah, I mean, just trying to catch up. What channel is that on? That is on Fox. Now whether it's on TV or not, this is on YouTube. So a stolen ambulance here. It's crazy, ain't it? I hope this does not knock it off the screen. Let me check. Yes, it did. I knew it would. So let me just stay here because it was going to show my stream. Yeah, Sam. And that's a tough decision, especially when you go out on a campaign and you lose, because you kind of take it personally, which is okay, because you're like, man, I was here to, just okay. Look at it like this. Jeff's probably sitting there going, "See, y'all should have voted for me. This stuff may have been either caught or not happen at all." And so I can get it. I get it. I really do. I get it. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't look like he's trying to get away from anybody. It's just like he's out joyriding. That's what it looked like to me. It doesn't. It's like I say. It doesn't look like he's trying to get away from anybody. Let's see. I'm gonna bring up the stream on my phone. Sorry. It's crazy. That is crazy. Jana, and I'll be honest with you, I did too. I voted for Jeff, simply because I had heard about the whole. I heard about a lot of situations. I don't want to say I heard about the picture situation, because that might have happened after the vote happened. I can't remember. It was something that wasn't good, and so I did not vote for Taylor. Well, I didn't vote for Taylor more so for the fact of how I was treated by his office. Things that happen. You know. James, is that you, man? Is that you out there driving that ambulance, man? I know it's you, man. What you out there doing? That is crazy. How did he? My question is, how did he steal it? That's somebody's going to have to answer for that. How did he steal it? We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it here in just a second. I'll let you know if anything crazy happens in just a minute. And there's a cop. Let's go back to it. There's a cop, actually. I feel like I'm on live PD now. hey, the KCPD. Here we go. So there's a cop in front of him. Looks like he's trying to slow him down. Wow, cop's speeding up. If that's a cop, is that a cop? I can't tell if that was a cop or a pedestrian that was in the way. I wouldn't think a cop would turn and go elsewhere. Say he's going on a beer run. It's silly. This is so silly. I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, he's come to a stop. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, he's back going. Oh, there's traffic. Is there traffic in front of there? I can't tell. These roads look really narrow. It's possible. It's possible. I couldn't tell because on my screen I'm having to keep the chat up, so I'm not able to watch it. But on a mini screen here, maybe I can pop it like that there. Oh my goodness, where did that happen at, Gail? Gail said there was a hearse stolen earlier with the corpse in it. So he's trying to figure out how to turn off the helicopter light. Yeah, he's probably done hit his little internal lights like 8 times. Like, man, why did I steal this thing? And here's what's bad about this, guys. There could be I'm sure there's somebody right now who's probably done call 911 needing possible medical help. And just think about it. Now they're having to go and probably get another ambulance, and it's delaying them from being able to possibly get to somebody because this jackass wants to do something stupid like this. I agree, Sam. I agree a whole bunch on that. It's very possible. I believe that's very, very possible that something like that could have happened because, I mean, it was in Celeb Report. And you're not hearing anybody really talk about that. You're not seeing it in the paper. You're not hearing it on WBCU. You're not hearing it from Frank Hart. That is something nobody wants to talk about because that's a dangerous accusation. That could mean that there were some forms of government that was possibly passed without our actual vote, like the new tax. I find incredibly suspicious that it ever passed. I'm going to watch this for a few more minutes. Well, it's 10 o'clock. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, I know they're in a residential area, but unless they know something about, oh, they're the cops. Okay. Unless they maybe think he's armed and dangerous, maybe they think maybe he's got a gun on him or something. But I mean, I know they don't want to endanger people, but come on. I guess at this point he's not really. He's driving really slow, so he's not. Doesn't look like he's trying to hurt anybody. It just looks like he's just out joyriding. Yep, that's right, Sam. It was in the Celeb Report. So it needs to be addressed some way, shape, or form. And whoever was over that election, whoever was handling that, they need to make sure that they are being monitored more so than before. Exactly. Exactly, Josh. I mean, that's exactly what this is. I mean, this is just my 15 minutes of fame, and you're possibly going to face up to 15 years in jail. You know what I mean? How stupid. Could this be Damie Javis in there? Wow. Yeah, that helicopter, man, it blinded, man. You imagine in the house and you're like, let's just imagine you're standing there and you're about to stand there and pee in your bathroom or something. You got maybe your blinds cracked or something. That boom, that light hits you. It's everywhere. It's all over the walls. It's everywhere, man. God dang it. Cause I'm telling you, boy, that joker's bright, son. I don't know why I thought about it like that, but oh my God. I'm just sitting here. I'm sitting here rerunning it in my head. Oh, Jesus. Oh God. Mary Lee says, I don't think Jeff could have beat Taylor before, but I do think he could win the election this time. Personally, I think that's why a lot of things were told to SLED that were not true. And the cell phone was sat on for 10 months was to discredit Taylor with it being election year because people within his office wanted his job, knew they couldn't win in a fair election. I made a bet that someone within his office would be announcing their candidacy because they got him out of the way because they knew they couldn't win against him. Anything's possible. Anything is absolutely possible. Hopefully it's just a lot of rumors and none of that stuff was actually happening. But guys, unfortunately, we don't live in that type of world. I tell you, I guess they are just going to let him drive until he runs out of gas. But I don't know a lot about ambulances. Thank God. I've only been in the back of one time, and do them things run on regular gas? I'm guessing are they regular gas or do they have diesel? They're probably regular gas. Let's see if he follows the cop. I mean, maybe they could block some intersections and force him to get out, out of this heavy neighborhooded area. He took a right on. He's going to stay in the residential areas. It looks like. It looks like he knows as long as he stays in there, he'll be all right. But he's definitely not running away. And he's not really endangering people. I know they're going to charge him with that anyways, but I don't see him necessarily like about to hit anybody. He's been, I hate to use this word, but he's been real respectful, of the traffic and everything. He has not made anybody swerve out of his way or anything like that. It's just looks like he's just doing some really stupid, and even the light screen right there, I mean, God, I don't know. This is crazy. Yeah, it is. And that's true too. I didn't even think about that, Kathy. Yep, the oxygen in there. Yep. Yeah, that's true. That's probably why they won't spike it. Because sometimes you spike those tires, it causes them flame up, and I mean, I doubt it would cause those tanks to explode or anything, but I guess they probably don't want to take that chance. Kelly says probably a teenager. I tell you, man, that is the most responsible as far as stealing a car. That is the most responsible teenager I've ever seen because they are, unless they're like really young, like they don't know how to drive or something, and they're, I don't know. I have not seen it. But it's very possible it could be a teenager. Very possible. Seems like something, a kid would do. All right. They're at a stop. Maybe they're ready to end this. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, they're gonna take it back off. Thought they were. And see, that's confusing me too. It's like, oh, they might be stuck, maybe. Oh, it's like they don't. See, that right there was probably the most dangerous thing he's done was just sat there and holding up traffic so far. Vicky says everyone makes mistakes in life, and I believe a lot of things being said is not true. David Taylor has done a lot of good for this county. Thanks, Mary Lee Judy. You hit it on the nail. Absolutely. David Taylor has done a tremendous amount for this town. Unfortunately, the negatives will always outweigh the positives, when they're brought out like that. Like Tom, I mean, great candidate, but it took one girl to try to disdain his name. Oh man, he's pulling the parking lot. Oh, he's got plenty of exits there, but it just took one disdained word to try to hurt Tom, and that's what everybody concentrated on. But yeah, he's done a lot of good. It looks like he's getting out. Is he not have a shirt on? Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. If they hadn't have charged at him, man, they're going to pop him. They're going to pop him. Oh, they're going to pop him. If he don't stop, they're going to pop. Oh, wow. So after all that, after being, oh my God, was he naked? I mean, he has been so, I hate to use the word respectful. He's been so respectful of the traffic, but he told them, ho, ho, ho. I guess he got scared that they were going to, tase him, but he can damn sure be sure he's going to get it now. Yeah, he's about to die, man. I mean, he is lucky they did not pop him. Yeah, I mean, if the guy's saying, "Ho, I'm getting out," back up. Let him get out. Don't run. I mean, that scared him. Sometimes you got to understand the situation. Yep, that's true, Kelly. That's a good point there. Um, Possible. I don't know if it could be attempted murder. I'm sure they could try it. They might try and then have it reduced, but it was definitely attempted vehicular manslaughter for sure. Assault and battery. I mean, and was he naked? See, he's making sure to go out of his way not to hit anybody. I don't believe this guy. They scared him on that. I mean, he was about to get out. They scared him, which, how many cops was that? That was probably like 20 people running at him about to jerk him out. You think so, Josh? Yeah, probably so, man, because I swear it looks like he's naked. He might have had some drawers on, but oh my God, this is perfect. You're talking about, man, being able to go back and watch this again. Oh my God, I just cannot. Well, if he used the bathroom, he probably used his socks to clean his business. See, I mean, he's following the traffic, properly. He's not going opposite way. But it doesn't matter, man. You just hit a cop car and you just about harmed a cop. He's done. This just went way more serious now. This is crazy, man. I cannot believe he did that. Now, I was getting ready to turn it off. I was like, okay, this is boring. But man, I'm so glad I didn't. Sam, respond to my last post. Let's see. Sam, me owning my own business, I've never let anyone who I know who I was voting for, but this year I'm going to speak out for Jeff Bailey until the end. Me and my ex-wife knows 3/4 of Union County. Jeff is the most honest person I know, and no comparison to the one you just had on your show. He used to be one of my customers. And smart. Wow, he's going to end up hitting somebody before the ambulance guy will. But that was smart. I've never thought about that. He get that winch right up, not winch, but the what the freak ever. I'm gonna call it a winch right up under that front end, man. He's done. Because once it's up on that lever, oh, he might get it right here. Oh, he missed it. Is that dude telling him to pull over? Are you serious? 700 cops out there, and I'm gonna listen to the Ricker guy. Get out of here, Chris Cole. That's what he looks like he's Chris Cole out there. I believe Tom to be a great guy. I think he's super honest. I believe Jeff is also super honest. And honestly, I believe Sherfield and them are also super honest. You know, we just got to make sure that we have a full understanding of what has happened. That's it. I know, man. I just sound such you know. Is that the? No, they got rid. No, he's. Oh my God, is he going to try to? Is he going to try to turn him around? So I tell you what, this repo guy deserves a badge, man. He's going to tear his truck up, trying to do. Or I wonder if this is a part of the police department, maybe. Which is really smart. Oh, he almost got him. Nice move there. Nice move on the outside. He's finally driving down the wrong side of the road for once, but he's being forced there. So obviously he's not armed and dangerous, other than the gun that, you know, God gave him. Right there, man. He's got a median right there. He could have. Oh, I guess he ain't wanting to damage the truck. I mean, I get it, but man, he's going to cause him to hit somebody. Yeah, this is the first time if that's a civilian, that is shocking. I cannot imagine them getting a civilian. Oh, he turned him. Oh my God. No, he turned him. Boy, I know he feel like a badass now. Oh my God. Oh man, he turned him. Oh, you know he's pissed. I'll tell you something. Let me tell you something. There's no more prideful people about their driving skills than freaking tow truck drivers. This dude right here is pissed now. You hear me? This is so entertaining. It went from being so boring. It's like the NASCAR, man. The last 3 laps is, it's that is crazy. See, now he could get him if he would. Oh, there's pedestrian. Oh, see. Oh, I don't know. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm not a cop. Yeah, he's starting to get into some pedestrian heavy zone. Looks like they told him to back off. Looks like it anyways. I don't know. Oh yeah, he's getting deep into pedestrians there now. Ooh. Oh man. Barely missed him. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Pit maneuver on there. I know, Mike. That is crazy, man. Hey, maybe they'll take this. Maybe David Taylor will have a one exception of the KC show that he'll allow to be shown. He can show this to his guys. Like, this is what not to do. Because he was getting out. Yep. Now he's running red lights. Yep. Well, you've turned a record. You've smashed a cop car. You just about ran over 3 cops. I think these little minor in traffic infractions are the least of his worries at this point. Yeah, it's amazing how slow he's going to all the damage he's caused. It is. This is crazy. Now, see, now this looks like it's a pretty emptied out area, man. That could have been a good spot though. Oh, it's dark too, man. Maybe if that wrecker would come up and turn his lights off, kind of surprise him, get that helicopter light off of there in an area like that. Can't you imagine seeing Bub out there trying to see Bug trying to get him? Oh, hell no. Bug just get, man, why don't they, if they're going to do that, why don't they just get the the rollback out there in front of him? Yeah. That's true. I hope this comes to an end soon. I mean, I want to conclude this thing. Uh-oh, they're losing their feed. Oh no. Don't leave us like this. There it goes. I think it's back. Oh yeah, man. They're gonna have to have me on live PD. You hear this commentary? Ain't nobody. Look, is that a guy towing? Is that the two guys? What? No. Was that another guy towing? Was that somebody else? Man, I wish I had rewind. See, like out here, this is what I'm talking about, man. They could get him right here. He is nowhere near the other side of the, there they go. That's what I was going to say. He's nowhere near the other side of the road. This is the perfect place. And tell you the truth, if that car that he rammed is still drivable, that's the car you need to get over there and just knock him around. It's already damaged. If it's still drivable. I would think so. He's probably got the siren on, all those lights. I would think so. Now it's like, oh, look at all this traffic. I know. I'm sorry. I'm kind of just sitting here watching with y'all. I'm a little amazed. I'm like, I'm all into it, man. Live PD ain't got nothing on me tonight. Oh, okay. So now he's gonna have to go. Ooh. Oh, is that a cop trying to shoot him? No. Maybe he was trying to shoot his tires, maybe, but that's still stupid to discharge a firearm with all them pedestrians around there. I seen him aiming at him, but I highly doubt that he was going to shoot him. That would not be smart. God, this guy's got to see that though. You got to see that these cops now have guns drawn all over you, man. You gotta get out and get on the ground. You're gonna die, man. Oh. Oof. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Where'd he go? Oh, there it is. Oh, he thought he was going to be sneaky. Sneaky boy. And then he's going to go back to the other way. What is he doing? Unless there's something blocking that road. Look, they could block him right there. Oh, my God. What the hell? Somebody's got to, I mean, I know it's going to be hard to turn that ambulance. They're probably going to need an SUV. I don't think, because he's not really going fast enough to have enough momentum for a car to maybe spin it. Because, you know, them back ends of them ambulances are heavy. So I don't know. All right. Let's see what happens. Did you see him throw? Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see it. I missed it. I didn't even see the stripes or the strips. I didn't even. Oh, whoa! Woohoo! How are you not going to get traffic blocked off? This dude is going 10 miles an hour. You know, he should be ashamed. Yes, you cannot do that. Oh, the tire did come off. The tire's off. There it go. There it goes. The tire's coming up. So they did throw out spikes. Y'all seen it. I didn't even see it. Oh yeah, it's recording. It's all recording. So man, I don't see. You know what? Don't ambulances have 4 tires in the back? Don't they have 4 tires? Because I'm not seeing sparks. I'm not seeing any kind of sparks from that tire coming off. But I think they do have 4 tires in the back. Yeah, for all that weight. Yep, yep. But it's still crazy that rim is, unless the entire rim came off. I doubt that though. I don't know, but the tires seem to still be intact. It's like it all did come off. Maybe all that banging around. Maybe it wasn't the stripes, the stripes. I keep saying stripes. The strips that didn't get it off. Maybe all that banging around he was doing, maybe he caused it to just come off. Maybe the whole rim came off. I don't know. Sam, not yet. I talked to his wife. I talked to Kim, and I told her, I said, anytime he was ready to come on the show, he is more than welcome. Just, I would love to have Jeff on. I love to have Sherfield and all of them. I want all of them on. It's not about whether you like the KC show or not. It's about, do you like the people who watch it? And of course you do. They're union citizens. You should, don't worry about Kyle. Don't worry about if you love Kyle. Don't worry about if you hate Kyle. And just like David Taylor, if he ever decides to want to just, after his tenure's over, and he wants to come on and just clear it, I would love for him to come on. He don't have to talk to me. I don't have to ask him questions or nothing like that. He shouldn't hold it personal to me because, I mean, it's not between me and him. It's about between him and this town. He's more than welcome to come on and just talk about what was true, what wasn't. Simple. And, maybe that would help reestablish some of his relationship with this town. So let's see. Yep. Oh, okay. Yep. See that? Yep. Now it's starting to smoke. But I guess yeah, he's definitely an idiot now. He was nothing like this about 15 minutes ago. Look, people, y'all stupid. But I'd probably be out there too. Hey. Did he just throw something out the window? Did he just throw a cigarette out the window? No, or is that spark? I cannot tell. It looked like it came out of the driver window. Dude, if he is smoking, oh my God, just drop the charges. Let this guy go home. Oh, nope. Something's smoking bad now. Yep, now it's starting to throw off some sparks. Oh, the front tire. You see that? There it is. Look at the front right tire. I know, me too. I would love to be able to hear the audio or something, but they don't have it. There's no audio, I don't think. Yep, no, there's no audio. No. He better smoke them while he's got them because he's going to have a tougher time getting access to them cigarettes for the next probably at least 5 to 10. Let's see. Yeah, that front. Oh, yeah, it's gone. So that might not have even been his back tire. That might not have even been his back tire that came off. That might have been his front then. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know nothing about these ambulances. I wonder if they're rear wheel drive. That would explain why he's still able to move at such a good pace. Because like he's still got all of his back tires. They're smoking too, though. It's crazy. Oh, hell yeah. Look at all that litter. Yep, he's done. All right. He's coming to an end. Once he gets to a real slow little slow pace, there's no way he's going to be able to get up enough momentum to keep that thing rolling. Oh, all they got to do is get in front of him now. Stop his momentum. Damie Javis. I bet you Damie could have took him out in a heartbeat. Damie would have went out there and just punched the front of the truck like Hancock. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to look. Sorry about that. Man, it sucks, man. Because something else that these cops that we're not even thinking about probably, they also got to worry about not damaging this ambulance. This is also county property, so I didn't even think about that till just now. So I think that might be why they're not willing to spin it out and destroy it, Right now they're out of what, 10 tires? Did I do the math right there? No, 6 tires, excuse me. 4 on the back, 2 in the front, I think. So yeah, I didn't even think about that. They probably don't want to destroy that ambulance. Get some tires put on in the morning at City Lube, and back on the road it goes. Yeah, they could, Lynn. They could definitely stop him. At least slow him down. Oh, don't hit the motorcycle. I'm seeing a lot of people with their headlights out. They should get a ticket too. Oh, here we go. Oh, man, there's got to be at least 2 good tires left somewhere for him to be able to pick up speed back up like that. Oh, dude, no. What is he doing? Oh, here we go. He's getting out. He better get on that ground. He opened the door. Door's still open. Is he going to jump out? There's no way this idiot is about to jump out of the car. No, he's going to try to jump out and get into another car. Oh, that's what he was trying to do. Oh, this car is about to get hit. Ooh, man, he had to scratch that car a little bit. I think so too, man. Because unless like they were pulling up at the hospital and this guy was just sitting there waiting. But yeah, I think somebody's going to lose their job for sure. And that's true too. I didn't even think about that, Kelly. Great point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he's probably got a radio in there, probably hearing everything they're saying. Which I guess at that point they got to realize that, right? They probably talking on cell phones. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. And oh God, he is a great driver. I mean, he is a great driver. He has missed these people's cars by inches with no tires on the front. He's got the door. See, he's trying to get another car. That's what he's trying to do. So now he's endangering the public. Now he's really, really, really about to get one in the butt, because if they see him about to try to jump into another car and endanger some people, they gonna put him down, whether he's armed or not. I just hate the fact that, man, anything is possible. This is Philadelphia. Listen, I know they got plenty of EMS, ambulances, but think about it. What if this is in a little town like in Union or something like that, a little town, and we don't have many ambulances? What if one's broke down already, and this one here is, your backup to your backup, and now this ambulance is down and you can't even go out on calls. Think about that. Yep, they got him. This is it. Here we go. Yeah, they got him now. Oh, look at him. They got the Hummer. Got the SWAT. They got him. Here we go. Oh, I think he is naked. I think he is naked. Is he naked? Nope, he's got drawers on. I'm sorry, Josh. No sausage for you today, sir. He has drawers on. There it is. Yep. There it is. Well, whoa, shit. Boy, I tell you what, that guy, whoever just pulled up in that cop car, if I was that guy in that yellow shirt, boy, I'd have pissed all over myself. Why are you pulling in here like that? We got him. Why are you pulling in here like you Jamie Davis or something? Slow the F down. It's over. Well, guys, this was fun. Yeah, no sausage tonight, Joshua. So sorry. God, man, drugs are a bad thing because that can be the only thing causing this guy to do something. Or because you would think maybe for a second, well, maybe suicide by cop. Maybe he's going through something rough, but he was scared. He didn't want to be hurt. Well, that was interesting. How fun was that? I mean, what an unexpected turn. Oh my goodness. I was just going to come on here and talk for a few minutes. Oh man, I enjoyed hanging out with y'all, man. This was fun. I hate it. Nobody got hurt. Damn good show tonight, Josh. I like it. It was fun. That was fun. I'm just glad nobody got hurt. It was entertaining. Nobody got hurt. So, a couple of laughs, couple of stupid Kyle little sound effects of Sam said, damn, no sausage. Jamie Davis hates that. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Well, that was fun, guys. I'm going to leave it there. You can't top that. I love Darrell Waltrip, man. I love him. His commentary is great. Him and Tony Romo are like two of the best commentators in the game, man. Back to the real Sheriff. Do you think that would have happened under Sherfield's watch? I think they would have. I mean, again, I guess I thought about it after so long. I'm like, why ain't they turn? But then I thought about it. Well, that's county equipment. You don't want to damage it and set yourself back for no reason. So I didn't think about that. But enjoyable, very enjoyable. Next time bring popcorn. I know, right? This could not have. Man, if I'd have planned this, if I had called the guy, all right, go jump in the ambulance, this still wouldn't have worked out this good. It's crazy. We might figure that one out, Josh. We might do that. Man. That was great, guys. I enjoyed it. This is cool. Hanging out, just talking. I enjoyed that. Brandon's probably mad at me. I'll have to tell him to go and watch. I don't know if he's probably watching, but it has been fun, guys. Y'all be careful. It's crazy. People tax money. Tax money equals to stuff like this. They get their money. They go buy their more drugs, more alcohol, and silly stuff like this happens. Y'all be careful. You lock your doors. Be safe. I do have some pizza. I will have some pizza. So I just wish I would have had it now. Oh man, I had a cookie right here. I could have been eating this cookie. Oh. So I loved it, man. Thank y'all for just hanging around, man. That was so much fun. Guys, y'all have a good night. Y'all be careful. Lock your doors, trucks, cars, houses, windows. Lock your doors. Get you some cameras. I believe if they're still on sale, Amazon has a 3-camera kit of Blink XT2s, and they already have audio. You don't have to pay for a monthly subscription or anything. Just download the app, connect your cameras to the internet, and it's completely free. And it's only $199 for 3 sets. So, protect yourself. Guys, I know, right? This cookie it's chocolate chip. Would have been delicious. Because I ain't got to fight nobody over it. I'm by myself, so I didn't have to fight nobody over it, man. Good night, Jeannie. Good night, y'all. Love y'all. This was fun. So we will see y'all again, I'm sure. But man, perfect timing. Love it. So I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all.